I've been collecting CDs for around about a year now. I was inspired by my good friend who kind of showcased how in charity shops you can very easily find CDs for very, very cheap, around 50p, sometimes a pound, usually maximum £2.50 if they know it's a good album, but most of the time they just kind of slap a price on it and you're good. And over this last year I've managed to collect some interesting oddities of CDs, and I have a little stack here and I want to talk about them. So I don't know, this is going to be a very off the cuff, me just rambling about some CDs I own. And if any of you comment CDs nuts in the comments, I will come to your house with these scissors and I'm gonna do something. First on the chopping block isn't anything too crazy, but more of just an interesting way of purchasing and finding. This is Chase by Batter, which is a JoJo opening, which is on CD, and I thought that was quite interesting. There's actually a good majority of the JoJo openings you can get in Japan on CD. I've never been to Japan though. I bought this online for about £3. It's not in the best condition, but it's good. Chase is my favorite JoJo opening by far musically. Having it physically, even if the obi strip is taped on, I don't really mind. The fact it's actually there is pretty neat. I have a couple of CDs with obi strips. This is just a good opening, and it's really cool having it on CDs and learning that all of the JoJo openings are on CD. Makes me want to buy them all, but it's a very expensive thing to do, so I've at least got my favorite one here. I'm kind of going in these in no particular order. There's like no rhyme or reason to the order I'm going in these in, because next we've got Tracks for Horses. This is one I found in a charity shop. It's kind of a random compilation of different artists, I'm pretty sure. I listened through it once, and I turned it off midway through, and then put it on again, and then I listened through the whole thing, and it was very interesting. I'm not entirely sure what it... Is it for the horses? Maybe that's why I didn't, gel with it too well. I'm not a fucking horse. Heaven Knows by Pink Panthers. This one is on here, mostly because it's a very interesting shape. You can kind of tell from the other ones that it's somewhat shorter, and it's way more kind of like a vinyl shrunken down, the way it opens up and you have the spread and you have the two inserts there, which is really, I've not seen a CD this size. Obviously it's not the same record, but I have Salad Days here, and as you can see, opens up like that. You have an insert, well, this, I guess not, you don't have an insert here, but you have the insert there. But yeah, I don't know, very similar kind of shape, just one shrunken down, very shrunken down. I haven't actually realised how much of a difference that is in size.
Hello, this is Editing Ash here. I kind of realised I have another CD that's the exact same shape type of thing with this insert opening thing, but as you can see, there's this little strip here, whereas in this one there isn't, and that's because this one actually makes it so that it fits with other CDs, instead of trying to be a bit quirky, a bit different even. Trying to be different? You're trying to be quirky? It's like 3 AM while I'm recording this. I'm being way too loud. Do you guys like my shirt?
Next up, we have Sex on the Beach by Teaspoon. Now this seems fairly normal, it's just kind of your average single. But the main thing about this that's interesting is the disc itself. As you can see, there's these see-through bits. It's still a normal disc shape, it's not like one of the funky shaped discs. I know there's kind of a meme with the Yoshi Story soundtrack, and I think the Donkey Kong Country 2 soundtrack, where the discs are shaped weird, and it made it impossible to play on some CD players, which is very funny. But yeah, no, this one, it's just, there's the bit that it reads, and the rest is all clear. And I don't actually know if that's just how singles work, and most of the time they just print silver on there for no reason, when it doesn't really need it. But this, I don't know, I remember seeing this little see-through bit, and I was like, wow. That's so interesting. I've never listened to this though. Next is a fairly recent edition, which is this Nando's CD. This came out, I did some research on this. This came out in 2003, and on the back it says about firing up Ibiza. And it's, I think, to promote people going to Ibiza. Nando's might have been there or something. I have no idea, but they made this CD which has 2 singles on it by just random artists. You can find them online. It's Blaze, Breathe, and Harley and Muscle. Figueroa Must Be the Music. Sorry, this is the Hard Souls Latin Directions Treatment and Funk Investigations Club Mix. Sorry, Nando's. I didn't mean to fucking get it wrong. I don't want to get my order wrong, and then you bring me the big bowl of beans. Anyway, I found this in a charity shop. It was random find, interesting find. I'm definitely gonna. This makes me want to eat a whole chicken. Next, I have one that I just saw, and it made me laugh, and that is the Pepsi album. It's just a chart from 2002, like some of the top songs. We got Kylie Minogue and Robbie Williams. I just think it's kind of funny how there's our Pepsi album. I think there's multiple. This is the only one I've found. And the disc is the Pepsi logo. And disc 2, I think, is also the Pepsi logo. And then we have this guy. I reckon that's the Pepsi moderator. This guy is the one who's large and in charge at Pepsi HQ. He's making sure that they're listening to only the best songs while making a mediocre soda. That's a joke. I love Pepsi. I want to put it in my bum. Up next, we have one I bought ages ago. Might have been one of the first CDs I bought in my collection. And it's a case I have seen since, but it pisses me off. I don't like this case. And that's the whole reason I'm talking about it. And that's the Forrest Gump 2-disc soundtrack.
Hello, Editing Ash here. As you can see behind me, the video is being sped up. That is because I spent 2 minutes rambling and ranting about this large case. I already talked about Heaven Knows. I don't want to talk about another case being funny shit. I want to go back to the album where the funny man drinks the Pepsi. Can we bring him? Can I get him on the screen for 5 seconds? That felt good.
Finally, I have 2 very quick and easy ones to talk about. Well, one's very easy to talk about, which is this, which is Mac DeMarco's Another Instrumental one. Now, this is the instrumental version of my favorite Mac DeMarco album, which is Another One, but this is the instrumental version, and this came exclusively packed with a vinyl bundle at, I think, Rough Trade. Like a limited amount were made, and it's all the instrumentals off of Another One. It's all the songs but no vocals, so it's kind of like a karaoke version, except that's not what it is because it's an instrumental version. Please use your brain. I like this album a lot, and it's really cool to have the instrumental version. I think there's another one for This Old Dog, but I've never been able to find it online. Probably one of my favorites in the collection is this inconspicuous little thing right here. And you might be like, what is this? What is this? This is Mac DeMarco, A, My Old Man, and AA, This Old Dog. Now, what does that mean? Well, if we read the back, this is a radio. This was sent to radio stations, and it features some talking points about reviews, like kind of the thing that the person on the radio would have to say when talking about Mac DeMarco releases brand new singles My Old Man and This Old Dog via Captured Tracks. Mac DeMarco is a Canadian singer-songwriter now based in Los Angeles. Upcoming LP, This Old Dog, which is set to release May 5th. I don't know, it's kind of like for radio and TV promotions. This is a promo CD, pretty much. Sent to radio stations. It says on the bottom, for promotional use only, not for resale. Whoops. But I found this on eBay for 99p, so I really can't complain. And yeah, this is a really interesting thing. It's literally a little paper sleeve, and then on the inside it's just a very standard little CD, and it says My Old Man and This Old Dog. It looks very rainbowy, but that's just the light reflecting. Otherwise, you can see just your standard little silver disc. But yeah, it's really interesting. I've obviously given this a listen, and can you believe it? It is the song My Old Man and This Old Dog by Mac DeMarco and nothing else. But it's really interesting. It is genuinely really interesting. I don't know, just a piece of promo material, I guess, for when This Old Dog was coming out in 2017. But yeah, no, this is very, very neat. Big fan of this. And yeah, so that's a couple of my little CD collection oddities. I might do a full, you know, every CD I own, go through that, do a little collecting tour, or I could show off some games or some books. But for now, this has been my little CDs, oddities, collection these, and I'm gonna now sneeze.
Hey guys, editing Ash here. Where the fuck did my shirt go? What?